A 99% of dinosaurs shared one fundamental need: food. But their Mesozoic world demanded diverse feeding solutions. Dinosaurs dominated nearly every ecological niche imaginable. We must look closely at their skeletal structure and teeth. These features are the clearest evidence of their diets. But let's begin with the plant eaters, the magnificent herbivores. Their primary challenge was processing massive volumes of tough cellulose. This required specialized dental batteries and large digestive systems. Now that we understand bulk processing, let's explore specialized cropping. Sauropods, the giants, needed constant, relentless consumption to survive. Both their pegs-like teeth were for stripping, not chewing the massive intake. A digestion was aided internally by swallowed stones, or gastroliths. Different plants required different processing techniques across the globe. The evolution of flowering plants profoundly impacted later dinosaur diets. Now that we understand herbivory, let's pivot to predation. Carnivorous dinosaurs possessed specialized teeth for slicing flesh and crushing bone. But the theropods were the apex hunters, requiring high caloric intake. But their jaws generated immense bite force, optimized for quick dispatch. Binocular vision provided superior depth perception, crucial for tracking targets. Hunting strategies varied widely depending on the dinosaur's size and social structure. Smaller predators often relied on agility and exploiting environmental factors. The foot structure also indicated whether they were pursuit or ambush hunters. Fossil evidence reveals occasional scavenging alongside active hunting. Contrast these tools with those specialized for massive bone crushing. Some dinosaurs could access marrow, maximizing nutritional yield from carcasses. Now that we understand strict diets, we explore the middle ground. The omnivores represented a successful evolutionary compromise. Their dental structure reflected this duality: versatile, neither purely sharp nor purely blunt. Omnivores utilized aquatic resources when terrestrial food sources became scarce. That they could exploit seeds, insects, eggs, and soft vegetation opportunistically. This flexibility ensured higher survival rates during environmental stress events. Many small dinosaurs likely exhibited omnivory during crucial growth periods. But insects provided vital chitin and easily digestible proteins for the young. On the ecological success of the Mesozoic hinged on this dietary spectrum. While we must now consider the physiological demands each diet placed on anatomy. Herbivores required long intestinal tracts to maximize fermentation and absorption. Carnivore muscle attachments emphasized explosive power over sustained endurance. Protein absorption in meat eaters is rapid, fueling high metabolisms. Even microscopic gut fauna adapted specifically to break down dominant food sources. The shape of the skull dictated everything about what the dinosaur could consume. A herd dynamics often meant herbivores exploited lower canopy levels simultaneously. A parental provisioning also reflected adult dietary specialization for the young. But predators needed speed for the chase, or camouflage for the surprise attack. And trace fossils reveal pathways dictated by the location of water and prey. But the chemistry of diet shaped the very bone density and maintenance of the dinosaurs. Seasonal shifts forced constant adjustments to foraging strategies across all groups. Up to some aquatic herbivores developed fine, baleen-like structures for filtering small organisms. At the competition for the most nutritious, accessible plants was fierce and constant. The mechanics of the skull hinge determined the angle of attack and mastication. The defense mechanisms often evolved parallel to feeding needs, avoiding predators. The entire Mesozoic food web was built upon these three primary feeding strategies. But even within carnivores, specialization existed between aquatic and terrestrial pursuits. Coprolites, fossilized dung, offer direct, unfiltered insight into their last meal. These traces confirm the relative proportions of plant matter consumed by different species. The sheer scale of biomass turnover required for these populations is staggering. Every tooth, every stomach stone tells a story of necessity and survival. Diet dictated social behavior, migration patterns, and even growth rates. But these ancient feeding strategies laid the foundation for modern ecological relationships. The way they ate was the way they thrived for over 150 million years. Understanding their menu unlocks the secrets of their incredible reign on Earth.